Alright, so we got a lot to cover today. We got Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and supposedly some mafia family ties going on in the background. I'm talking about separate but connected federal investigations that could shake the whole league. But let's go ahead and start with Chauncey Billups, the former NBA All-Star, Finals MVP, but now head coach. The feds say he became a key piece in a massive rigged gambling network. And allegedly, from 2019 onward, mob families like the Gambino, Lucchese, and Genovese ran underground high stakes poker games. And the cheating that they did is so high tech, bro. They were using rigged shuffling machines that read cards, X-ray tables. Like X-ray tables is outrageous. That means we cannot be that far from X-ray walls. And then we got contact lenses and glasses that decoded marked decks. And then victims signed up thinking they were playing fair. And of course not. But Billups and Damon Jones were labeled face cards, aka the reason everybody showed up. Everybody with money showed up, I should say. Celeb athletes whose presence made the game seem legit and pulled in rich fish, aka, like I said, people with money. Billups got paid big, of course. One victim lost $1.8 million in one game, bro. That's how serious it was. The DOJ press release states 31 defendants charged with initial appearances in multiple states. And they're talking about they were getting used as face cards, more like faces of fraud. This is outlandish. But apparently, Billups is now suspended by the NBA while they sort this whole deal out. But people are asking, did he know? Was he naive or fully complicit? The indictment alleges these guys got a share of the proceeds. And if Billups accepted 50K, then played in one of those rigged games, that raises huge red flags. Imagine you're at a high roller poker table. Billups sitting next to you smiling, saying, oh yeah, you could win big here. But the deck already stacked against you, and it's a scam. Just talking about Billups himself could be a whole 6-minute segment, but we'll keep going. Let's go on to the Rozier, aka a former Hornets guard, now a Heat man. In March 2023, he suits up for the Hornets versus New Orleans game. The odd thing, a professional bettor places 30 separate wagers in 46 minutes, each on the unders of Rozier's points, rebounds, and assists. Then Rozier leaves about 9 to 10 minutes after with a foot injury, quote unquote. He finishes with 5 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. That's way below his season averages of 21 points in 35 minutes. According to the indictment, though, Rozier told a friend he would pull himself early. The friend sold that info to bettors. That's insider trading for basketball. Like, it doesn't get any more outlandish than that, bro. The fact that he said he was gonna pull himself out of the game early, and then somebody took that information and sold it to bettors, that right there is why most of these people have these betting group chats and shit right there. If anybody's telling you to pay for a betting group chat, 9 times out of 10, the only reason you're gonna be winning is because of shit like this. Insiders. But anyways, the NBA investigated internally and found no violations yet. But the US Attorney's Office is still being investigated. Rozier hasn't been charged yet, of course. This case is wild because it touches the betting prop market, players, coaches, and sports books, all connected. The same accounts that bet on Rozier's props also had activity in college games. The timeline of the games was March 23rd, 2023, which was the Hornets and Pelicans, plus other games from December 22 to March 2024. That's a whole 2-year span. So at this point, anybody that lost money on any of these games that had any of these players should get reimbursed. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is a whole 2-year span of them cheating, basically. A whole 2-year span before the feds did anything about them cheating. And the fact that we just figured out about this today is what, October 24th, 2025, bro? We're talking about 3 years of cheating. But anyways, now that we know the facts, let's zoom out. Why does this matter? The integrity of the sport. When players, coaches, and fans get suspicious of each other doing shit like this, and when we're already gambling is a big risk enough. But the fact that they're cheating with the gambling is outrageous. But this is going to make the sport lose credibility. This is going to make the coaches and the players lose credibility. Basketball is going to be no more than just a sport at some point. You can't even take it serious now. And then the celebrity status used for criminal gain. Like, we're talking about, we got Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier's names on the line for this shit, bro. Which obviously they didn't care. They was trying to get that check. But this is just 4K proof that it's getting like that out here, bro, for everybody. It's not. Even your above average top athletes, coaches are pulling scams, bro. At this point, it's getting like that out there for everybody, bro. But all in all, Billups is supposedly directly tied to the rigged poker operation with the mafia families. And Rozier is still under investigation for insider prop betting. And there's probably a bunch of other players that he's probably going to take under with him. Both cases are separate, but they link by theme: money, sport, and secrecy. And I don't know what they're doing or what their legal teams are talking about, what's getting discussed. But if I'm Terry Rozier or Chauncey Billups, I'm just a black man that wanted to play basketball, bro. I'm snitching. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in this situation needs to snitch, bro. Like, genuinely, because there's no reason to even be doing this. As a basketball player, as a coach, you have no reason to be doing this. They already get paid millions per year. Like, why do we have to take ourselves out of games to win extra money? You're winning what, an extra 500-600, maybe a couple thousand. Like, come on, bro. It can't be worth it to throw away your whole NBA career, bro. And if it is, maybe it's just something I'm not seeing, bro.
Sports gambling was always something that was completely verboten. It was something that was sort of in the shadows. It was something that leagues stayed far away from. It was something that networks like ESPN would stay far away from. Those days are obviously long behind us. You hear a lot about legal sports gambling on this show. The Bussin' Boys, obviously sports gambling is a huge part of what you do, so we put those all out there as a preamble because it might be in the back of people's minds, and we acknowledge that this is a different time and place. However, there is a fine line, not so fine, there is a bold line that obviously has to be drawn between legal sports gambling when it comes to the public and anything that might infiltrate into locker rooms and into teams. And it is, we all knew it was going to be a complication as this became more.
But what's your take, guys? Who's bigger as a risk for the league? Is it Billups with the full-scale criminal gambling network? Or is it Rozier with the insider prop schemes? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like if you learned something wild. Subscribe for more breakdowns. And remember, next time you sit at a poker table, check the shuffler and check the decks, bro. Like dead ass. And I'll see y'all in the next one.